Hey, I know this is going to get a lot of hate and I might lose followers over it, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to say what has to be said. I've seen a lot of people recently on my For You page, especially Latinos, saying, why is the black community not speaking up about what's going on around immigration? Why are black people not supporting the Latino community? This, and that. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think that the Latino community deserves the support of the black community. And the reason why is because the black community didn't vote for this guy. The Latino community did. We, the Latino community, and I'm speaking about all of us, are the reason we are in this shithole that we are in. Because over 48% of Latinos voted for Donald Trump. It wasn't black people who put Donald Trump in the White House. It was Latinos who put him in the White House. So now that we're getting screwed over by this guy, I'm sorry, but we have to first take some personal accountability and look at our uncles and aunts and brothers and sisters and friends who are Latino and voted for this guy. And before we expect other communities to come and save us, we need to start educating our own community because we are now seeing the consequences of our own actions. And yes, I would love to have the support, of other communities and be all united in this front. But I also understand the frustration black people have because, like I said, they saw what was coming. They didn't vote for this. Look at the numbers. I'm not making it up. It was Latinos who put this guy in the White House. It wasn't black people. It was us. And so before we expect other communities to come and save us and do all the work, we need to first recognize that we fucked up. Not me, because I didn't vote for him, but many of us did. That's the sad reality. But anyway, hurts? Yeah, but it's the truth. Let me know what you think. And as always, it had to be said. And it was said.
As Latinos, we need to have more empathy for the Cubans being wrongly deported because no, we don't, okay? This is exactly what you wanted. Inadvertently, you voted for this, all right? I'm reminded of that little jingle. I will vote for Donald Trump. And now that they're getting deported, I think, cógete a Donald Trump. You voted yourselves out. You voted your family members out by voting him in. You thought that it was only going to be los negritos, the ones that look like me that were going to be, deported, okay? And no, see, I know a Cuban guy. I knew a Cuban guy up until last week. His name was Usnavi. And if you know Cubans, there's always one of them named Usnavi. When your name is literally spelled out U.S. Navy and you have U.S. agents cuffing you, y tú estás, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Que te vas pa'l carajo ahora, eh? And this dude was a janitor, but janitor in New Jersey, you can make a lot of money. He had a pickup truck. Él tenía su banderita gringa, tú me entiendes. He was very proud to be an American. Come to find out que te enviaron pa' Cuba de nuevo. It's hilarious and at the same time it's upsetting. I've always gotten along con lo que no son niega raza. The people that are Latin, Caribbean, that don't deny their blackness. ¿Por qué? Because our ancestors over here in this country used to hang together. You understand? Julio Roldan, 1970. Look it up. The information's out there, all right? Cubans, you got that movie Scarface, and it just put you on another fucking roller coaster of a ride in your mind. ¿Te creía que the world is yours, chico? No, it's not. And by the way, Al Pacino ruined that movie, and he ruined Carlito Way playing a Puerto Rican. And it wasn't me, by the way. I did not see Usnavi and say 1-800 hielo, 1-800 make the drinks cold. It wasn't me. It just so happened to happen that someone in his workplace didn't like him. They ratted him out. They got him at work, okay? That's crazy. It's insane porque he thought that they were only going to get the ones that didn't work. Motherfucker, they coming after you because it's easier to find the ones that are working than the ones that are not working. When people are working, you don't know where the fuck they at, okay? But when people are at work, it's easy to find them. Así que te cogieron. And I went to kindergarten. I'm sure most of us did. And I was always taught that the color orange meant danger. Cuidado, por ahí viene algo. Green meant go, ¿verdad? Pero since forever, orange has always meant stop, drop, precaution, mira para los lados, something's happening. So I would never vote orange. It could be another orange person that goes up and they want me to vote. No way, you orange, bro. I don't trust the color orange. That's the sign of a penitentiary. They put them in orange so that you can see them coming from a mile away. This his skin is telling you que viene por ahí, va a ser algo malo. Y como quiera la gente, no, ese es el mío. Cubans think that is family member. Like, oh yeah, ese es primo mío, puede ser el trompa ese. Váyanse al carajo, choco de pendejo. And by the way, you didn't see the writing on the wall? Like, you coming from a country where shit like this has happened, you didn't see like, oh yeah, this looks familiar. No, hay que ser pendejo, man.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Now guys, want us to continue watching this video of the Latinos. They really came out and say that why black community cannot really help them, or why black people can't be deported. So before I dive in, let's all continue watching this video until the end, then I'll come back with more reaction. I'm your host, Team Tessie. If you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, like, and also comment. Let's continue and then I'll come back later.
I'm doing a Dear Black People series from a Latino because there's a lot of quiet stuff that needs to be said out loud about Latinos concerning blackness. So I'm gonna break this up into different little parts, but just to keep it short. But the most important thing that I need black people to understand is that the level of retardation that Latinos have going on in their own community definitely outmatches yours in the way that, yes, Latino culture is racist by nature. And so it's not just a racism thing against you, it's a racism against ourselves. And we do ourselves worse than we do y'all. It's like this. I want you to imagine that in your community, light skins actually made an actual effort to keep dark skins down on purpose.
You mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Y'all thought black people, black Americans, African Americans, blacks, us, were immigrants. The hardest lessons, clearly, it's going to take me a long time to learn and figure out is that other people just don't know what I know. I assume that a lot of people know what I know. That's why y'all keep saying that, huh? That makes sense, I guess. That we're next. Y'all think, what? How do y'all not know how long we've been a part of this country? Black people fought in the Crispus Attucks. Did everybody not, at my little church, every Black History Month, there was this huge thing. I'll never forget when I came to my grandma's house. It was a huge package, and it was all of these cards. They were ABC cards, but on every card, letter of the alphabet and an important person from Black history. And that was what we did all February at Sunday school. Like, we learned those cards. We would have to, and then we'd line up at like the Black History program, and we'd have to read them out loud. So I guess I just assumed, oh my God.
Now people are saying that Latinos didn't know that Black Americans are not immigrants. Child, I just don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. It makes sense though, because the narrative that I've always heard about, why don't Black Americans have the same drive or take initiative, or the narrative that we're lazy, even though we worked here for free. Like, didn't you know that? Didn't you know that our ancestors worked for free for hundreds of years? Like, I thought that was common knowledge, but I guess it's not. Like, this is really bad. If this is the case, why do you even need to take away critical race theory? People don't know it now. Might as well leave it in place. They don't know it right now. They don't even know the history of Black people in America. I just don't even know what to say at this point. It's way worse than I thought it was. But I do feel like Paul Mooney, that people are getting their Negro wake-up call, but in Spanish. They Latin wake-up call, they Hispanic wake-up call, because they learn it now.
Good morning. I woke up an immigrant. I didn't know. But it do explain a few things. Because I remember when we first moved to Texas and my mama had to go get her ID renewed. And they was giving her a hard time. And they thought she was an immigrant. And the lady that was giving her a hard time was Hispanic. So that do explain a lot. She had to go through a whole lot of it. They told her she had to give my grandmama's marriage license to somebody she was never married to. From the 30s, 1930s. And I'm like, huh? Because, back in that time, you could just change your name without no legal documents and stuff. Because no Social Security didn't come out until the 60s. Late 60s, I think. Anyway, so, I don't know about y'all, but I never knew that I was going to be an immigrant, even though I was born in the U.S. My mom was born in the U.S., my grandma was born in the U.S., and my great-grandmama was born in the U.S. And, That don't matter. We immigrants. So y'all be careful out here. ICE looking for us. Anyway, have a good day.
So Latinos, y'all thought we was immigrants? So you mean to tell me y'all thought we was just over here chilling? So that's why you guys are saying that we're next. Man, we was first. And they still ain't stopped coming for us. So, hey, just don't worry about us, man. We gonna take care of us, and y'all take care of y'all, man. Cause we know how y'all look at us, man. And don't try to say that it's not that way, man, because we know it is. We know it.
Man, stop trying to convince these people that we need to stand together and all that. They ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. They've been betrayed so many times, bro. 1877, after federal troops pulled out of the South, bro. Betrayed. 40 acres and a mule, betrayed. You feel me? Jim Crow, betrayed. Redlining, betrayed. Every promise that this country has made to them has been a false promise. And now we need y'all to stand with us while we march. Leave them people alone. They ain't trying to hear that shit. They ain't trying to hear that shit. Because they know how prevalent racism is in our community. And they know how y'all talk about them when they ain't in the room. And they know that now y'all got y'all N-word wake up, didn't y'all? Y'all got that Paul Mooney N-word wake up call, and now y'all want to scream unity and solidarity. Nah, bro. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. The people that have been working together will continue to work together. The people that have empathy for your plight and your situation will continue to have empathy for your plight and situation. But don't try to convince people to come join your side. Like, oh, it's always been. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're trying to survive their damn self. They're trying to figure out how this man is about to get rid of the 13th and 14th Amendment and strip them of citizenship. What, you don't think they know what time it is? They gotta deal with their own shit. I'm just saying, I see a lot of videos where people are like trying to convince, Black Americans that they need to stand side by side with Black and brown unity, but when it's something that doesn't benefit us, we ain't screaming that shit. Yeah, get mad. Go ahead. You know I'm fucking right.
I don't have no hate towards y'all at the end of the day, man. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Hey guys, quick observation. I think I found another piece of the puzzle when it comes to trying to figure out why the Latinos voted against their own interests. Latinos, Hispanics, all of them. I've been hearing these reports come in that the Latino Hispanic community actually believed that African Americans, us, were immigrants. And that all of this immigrant mass deportation of the immigrants, they were thinking, since we were the immigrants, that we would be the ones deported. Now, my first question is, how the hell did y'all come up with that African Americans are immigrants? We're not immigrants. We didn't come here on our own. We didn't cross any border on our own. We didn't do that. Excuse me. We were stolen. We were bought here. We were brought here. We are not immigrants. because we were brought here and then our ancestors procreated, we are citizens. We've been in this country long enough that we are citizens. The immigrant status does not apply to us. And because you guys were so uneducated, and I don't know who you were listening to, but you believe anything when it comes to black people. Your anti-blackness egged you on to believe this foolery, that we're immigrants. Not once has African Americans been described as immigrants. Who told y'all that? And why the hell are you stupid enough to take their word? All you had to do was Google. Bam, right there. There's your answer. But it's been reported a lot of them really and truly honestly felt that way. And they thought we were the immigrants they were talking about. And because they have no love lost for us, they were cool with that. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's why that 68 or 78% of Latinos in Florida, that's why over 50% of the entire community voted for Trump, because they thought they were giving us the boot. We've been here a hell of a lot longer than they are, and they come here with the arrogance to think that they could help put us out. I have no empathy, sympathy, compassion, consideration, zilch, none, nada. It is now being proven, and even your own people are coming out snitching on y'all how y'all truly feel about the African American race. So now I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Please go ahead and free yourself. Quit running around here acting like y'all some kind of way cool with us, or thinking we should band together now that y'all ass is in the sling. No, no, no. Keep that same energy. What you thought you were putting on us, you were actually putting on yourself. So I'm going to need you to keep that energy. We don't need anything else from you. We've got what we need. We know how you feel. We've heard your people testify how you were raised, how you were groomed to hate black people, to feel you were better than black people. And we do not forget the fact that you want to be so close to the white people. And you thought voting Republican would make them accept you, make y'all seem white. And it didn't. Because it don't matter what your skin look like. What you have not learned about the Caucasian race is that 1% of African American blood in you makes you African American. And that was the term they were using when they came up with that. Just so that you know. So it doesn't matter how you look, because there's a bunch of us out there can pass just like you can. But the minute your heritage, the minute your DNA is discovered, baby, you back on the heap. So y'all learn the lesson the hard way. And for the record, no, sweetie, African Americans are not immigrants. Never have been, never will be. So that deportation stuff, that don't apply to us. See, we were the people here that helped you get here. Because without Amendment 14, you wouldn't be here. But you know, y'all always love. You always love to kill the goose with the golden egg, so to speak. When you just did that. We were your best allies. We were the closest thing you would ever find to a real friend in this country. But y'all sold yourselves out trying to sell us out. So, happy selling. Alright? And happy Friday. And before I get out of here, I got one last question. Since y'all know we are not immigrants, is it great again yet? Asking for a friend. Happy Friday.
I think I be a little naive sometimes, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt intellectually, because when the Hispanic Latino community kept saying to us Y'all will be next. Y'all will be next. I promise you, it never crossed my mind that they thought we were immigrants. I never thought that they were that dense. Never. Like, I thought when they were saying that, they were saying, like, oh, once they're done with us, they'll be harassing you next. And that's why in all my videos, when I was speaking on it earlier on, I'm like, we know that, bitch. We always been the target. Like, I thought they was just saying we'll be targeted next. I had no idea they thought we were immigrants. That shit is comedy. Def Comedy Jam. Where y'all at? We need to reboot. Because what? Ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all that dense to have thought we was immigrants. Ain't no fucking way. I couldn't believe it. Now that I'm seeing all of these videos and the Hispanics and Latinos are confirming, like, yeah, a lot of the people in the community don't know that the history of Black Americans and that they're not immigrants and that some of them are indigenous and that most of them came over here and are descendants of slaves. And I'm like, they didn't know that? What? And it's not like I'm thinking they should go research some history and culture that's not theirs. It's just, this is common knowledge.
Hello guys, welcome back and thank you so much for always coming back and watching these videos. So guys, Latinos, they are really furious and angry that the Black community, they cannot be deported. Why? And want to give you some of the difference between the Black immigrants and the American Blacks, because we have also the Americans, Black African Americans, and also the Black immigrants. And these Latinos, they really voted in for this administration. 48% to 48%, they really voted in Donald Trump. And you can see now the consequences of not listening for the Black people. And one thing I want to talk about is that the Black community, they have been always right, because 85% to 80, they really voted in for the Kamala Harris because they are the Democratic. But these Latinos, they really came out, supported Donald Trump 100%, singing such kind of songs. And we have witnessed such kind of the Latinos coming out and really talking bad about the Black community. And that's why you have seen such kind of the video. They are trying to say that with the Black Latinos, we must sit down and have that unity. And one thing I love about the American Africans or African Americans, that they are very united. I love how the Black American, they normally operate. They are very, very much united. And you can just look in terms of the election. They voted in for the 85 to 80. And look about now the Latinos. Latinos, they are many. 48%, they in 2024, they voted in for the Donald Trump, and 51%, they voted for the Kamala Harris. And that's how these splits of the vote, they not. And now the Black community, they are silent. They did not come and help those Latinos. And when we talk about the deportation, Black Americans or the African Americans, they are the U.S. citizens. They came in, they have lived in United States for 100 years, many 100 years ago, and they came through slavery. They participate well in building the America. They are the U.S. citizen. And also we have the Black immigrants. So the Black immigrant, they might face the deportation, because when you are the migrant, you might face the deportation. And when I talk about Latinos, these are the immigrants. So immigrants might deported by the citizen. U.S. citizen must not be you cannot touch the citizen by birth, because those the Black American, they are the citizens by birth. So you cannot really come out and touch such kind of people. But those immigrants like the Latinos, they can be deported. And I came across such a video that like a Latino who really came out and advised the Latino that we must come together to unite, to have that kind of unity like the black community, because the black folks, they have one unity. So he was advising the the Latin to come together to have, I know he's like a Cuban, so advises such kind of people to come and have such one unity. And when you have that side unity, you will embrace. And now Donald Trump is not caring about anybody. He's deporting anybody anyhow. And that's why when you just go to now about in deportation, a lot of Latinos, they are really crying out about the deportation. When you just go to other communities and this minority group, so he was talking about the black community to come together to have such kind of unity with the black people. And black people really came out and said that we don't need such kind of unity. Go and really unite your own community first before you come to we as the Africa, because we the African American, we are already united. And such kind of Latinos, they really he went ahead and tried to talk about unity among the Latinos. And I'll just bring this video here so that you can just hear how this man is really, or if you know that guy, just drop in comment section about how he talked about that unity. So black community, they have been always united in America. We cannot discuss on that. And they really voted, they really fought for this America up to now, because they came during the slavery. And when you are the citizen by birth, you cannot be deported. But if you are the immigrant, you must be deported if you are the illegal or undocumented. And that's how it has been happening. Deportation, it has been happening long time ago. And those who can maybe ask who these African American, when I talk about the Nigerian, Jamaicans, and also many, those are the African Americans. They are in America by birth. I'm your host, Tim Tessie Reaction. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe, like, and also comment. Bye for now. See you in the next one.